Just these 4 slices of pizza alone add up to 1,000 calories. These 3 bottles of Coke add up to 700 calories, which could add up to 9 extra pounds a year. Originally, there were 3 members working on the Model A. Then they enlisted 4 more people to lend a helping hand.
Both students and faculty agree that these changes are more convenient. That may be the case since students no longer need these or this when on the go.
This edition of the book came out in August. Those who were able to attend Boktoberfest this year got a chance to meet Logan and get his autograph. Because of enrollment increase, TNT students now fill this classroom. Its first year, only 5 students were enrolled in the program and graduated in 2010.
This is the first time that Wake-A-Palooza has been held at Fry Street. To ensure the safety of others, road signs were posted on both ends of the street.
Many Americans consider eating healthy work. During the weekends, Fawn Henderson likes to take a break from healthy eating and splurge with some not-so-healthy choices.
Because it is the weekend, it's time to relax, it's time to enjoy your free time, so may as well enjoy what you're eating as well.
Dietitian Karen Hosenfeld says counting calories is a part of many Americans' work schedule.
Most people work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and they view their diet as work too.
According to a study in the Journal of Public Policy and Marketing, people are consuming an extra 419 calories each weekend. Hosenfeld says a common misconception among people is that many think they can save their calories for the weekend.
You can't save up your calories during the week and then splurge on the weekend. It's an average of about 400 calories that people are eating extra on the weekend, but that's an average. Some people are eating even more than that.
Henderson is one of many who have fallen into this trend. She says that during the weekend, her and her 2-year-old daughter like to relax and enjoy their time off, eating out, and not think about calories.
You don't necessarily realize the amount of calories you're taking in while you're eating them.
Just these 4 slices of pizza alone add up to 1,000 calories. These 3 bottles of Coke add up to 700 calories, which could add up to 9 extra pounds a year. One thing that helps Henderson during the week is having healthy snacks like whole wheat bagels planned around her schedule.
It's a lot easier when you're on a schedule and can kind of work around with what you're eating and plan out your meals a lot easier.
If a big dinner is coming up, Hosenfeld advises to plan ahead and try to get back on the calorie plan as soon as possible. In other words,
just don't go crazy.
Daisy Silos, CW33.
We begin with a growing interest in environmental awareness. The University of North Texas is taking another step towards being more green. UNT Spirit Group has partnered with some mechanical engineering students to help them achieve that.
The Talons are the Spirit Group at the University of North Texas. The group's main goal is to attract students to come cheer at the football games. Boomer the Cannon is one way of getting an explosive reaction from the crowd. Earlier this year, the organization decided to go green by turning their 1931 Model A Ford into an electrical car. Talon's president Danielle Tregle says the engine conversion was long overdue.
We decided that with the way the university is going and towards the future, keeping it electric it'll be green for the environment and it'll be easier to maintain. So it just kind of made sense.
Tregle estimated converting the engine cost about $6,000. So she got in touch with a group of mechanical engineers willing to help. Mechanical engineering senior Brent Elliott is the leader of students working on the Model A, and he says they've encountered some unexpected challenges.
Working with a vehicle that's as old as a Model A, they're not built the same as vehicles nowadays. So every time we think we understand exactly how parts come together, there's always a little twist.
Originally, there were 3 members working on the Model A. Then they enlisted 4 more people to lend a helping hand.
Elliott says they began working on the Model A early this semester on the weekends and in their spare time. He says the most challenging part was creating a functioning electrical engine and leaving the car looking brand new.
Everything we do to the vehicle is completely reversible. no extra holes, no extra dents or damage to the frame. So we've had to work around these limitations, and we've come up with some pretty ingenious solutions.
Elliott says the team looks forward to seeing the talents put the newly restored car into good use next year. This is the sound of money. That's what students in UNT's residential dorms are finding out. UNT Housing has removed the coin slots from the laundry machines and allows students to wash and dry their clothes for free. One student says she's glad she doesn't have to scramble for coins to do her laundry.
Less expensive and way less expensive. I don't have to worry about getting coins and collecting coins where I have to pay for my books and stuff like that. I can just use lunch for free, so that's nice.
That's not the only difference students are noticing this semester. Students who need a print can now go to Willis Library and use what's called print release stations. The library partnered with UNT Libraries Technology and Computer Operations to create the new 24-hour computer center. The center now includes about 200 computers compared to 42 last semester. Now, students can log on a computer using their EUID on a first-come, first-served basis. One student says he likes the new computer center, but says it also has its downsides.
The only downside is I had to go around to about 7 different computers before I could actually find one that had the Adobe application on it. So it took me about 10 minutes to kind of go around and figure out which computer that was.
Both students and faculty agree that these changes are more convenient. That may be the case since students no longer need these or this when on the go. Daisy Silos, NT Daily News.
We all know this classic nursery rhyme, but what many don't know is that the beat of this song can also be a lifesaver when it comes to restoring a heartbeat. Mike Nealon suffered a cardiac arrest in 2009 while working out with a friend. He was later announced dead for 7 minutes and now lives to tell his story.
My good friend just happened to look in there to see me, and I was on the ground. And he kind of, from what he's told me, he kind of nudged me, and I didn't move, and I was blue.
Nealon is one of 500 people who've benefited from this chest compression research by UT Southwestern Medical Center professor Ahmed Idris.
A chest compression rate between 100 and 120 per minute actually improves survival of people, survival to leave the hospital alive, which is really what we aim for.
The study showed the average chest compression rate was about 15 beats higher, meaning that paramedics were going too fast. Paramedics in Dallas, Irving, Mesquite, and Carrollton were then retrained and distributed metronomes to help keep a beat of 100 per minute, and the beat of row, row, row your boat falls right into that range.
You can't go faster than 110 singing row, row, row your boat. You can't sing it at 120 per minute. You'd realize that that's way, way too fast.
Paramedic Brad London says when he's out on the field, an adrenaline rush kicks in, and the metronome has been a big help in maintaining a steady beat.
The metronome's always there to tell you, this is your beat, stay on it. You can vary just a little bit, but as long as you stay right here, you're going to have the best results.
The best results, it's right. And Mike Nealon is the living proof of that and encourages more people to take a CPR course.
That would be beneficial for anybody because the people that worked on me, they saved my life and they did CPR, and I wouldn't be here talking about it if CPR wasn't used on me.
Daisy Silos, CW33.
Anastasia Garcia helped start the Society for the Advancement of Chicanos, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Science. The idea was to encourage more female and minority students to study science.
We see sort of the statistics about underrepresented females in science. It's hard. There's not very many.
Garcia wants students to become aware of the research opportunities the science department offers. She is glad to be a spokesperson for minorities and women scientists.
The physics department's machine shop is run by 2 men with a combined 80 years experience. Kurt Way and his partner Tracy Lynch work together building and repairing instruments, so students and professors can conduct their research using the proper tools. Way says commercial shops are more expensive and need precise drawings of what is being built. But at the UNT shop, they're creative enough to know what needs to be done.
Cases, professors do bring us drawings, but most of the time it's verbal instructions, and you can't get that at a commercial machine shop.
Machine shop services range from welding and glass blowing, and they have a lifetime guarantee.
I started here in 1997. Came here to do a master's degree in music education, but I already had some instrument repair experience, and so in the summers I started working in a store in Dallas, and then this position just opened up. Really, on a daily basis, most of my job is repairing students and faculties, and we also do outside repair for school districts and people that live in the community. But my main job is to take care of and make sure the instruments that everybody uses for the school, and personal instruments as well as university-owned instruments. If you Google UNT Hump Day video, we have a series of about 10 videos that come up, and we've done them every week pretty much consistently, I think, since then. It gets harder when it gets busier in here, but so we've tried to incorporate guest artists, and when people come into town, if I work on their horns, or like we had a former student play on one, and the guy from Brave Combo played on our last one. We're going to try to get some people from another band to play on the next one. I mean, it's silly. We put them together in about 5 minutes, but we get a lot of response, and it's kind of funny. So. And we did the fight song, and for some reason it ended up on some tech video, so now it's getting a lot of hits, and I don't know. But it's really funny and very fun. We play a different instrument almost every single time. And then also I teach some classes. I teach every Tuesday and Thursday morning, 9:30 to 11. Mine is very basic woodwind repair. We all start with clarinet, and but the repairing a clarinet transfers into most of the woodwinds, like how to level a pad, replacing corks, adjusting the keys, cleaning the body, that kind of thing. It really translates into all the other instruments. So I feel like that's a good one to start with. The music department is so incredible, and to help students that are so dedicated to music, I feel like I'm an integral part in making sure that their experience is good, and I love it, knowing what they're doing and hearing them play and watching them grow as people and as musicians. It just keeps it a blast for me. It's just, the UNT is so awesome, and the music department is so awesome, and I know that sounds like a commercial for UNT, but I thank God every day for my job. I love it. I feel so lucky, and I love what I do, and I love the people that I work with.
These are turnips we're harvesting today. I've really been growing stuff all my life, piddling around in the garden and doing landscaping projects and stuff. There's a lot of advantages to growing food where we live and where we consume it. I mean, the first and most obvious one is that it's fresher when we harvest it close to where we live. There's no transport, virtually no transport cost or time associated with that. And so you get a fresher product. The other advantage for consumers is that they get to know who's growing their food. They get to reconnect to the source of their food and know the farmer and know his growing method. It's really nice to reconnect with the outdoors, and it's a good way to get some balance in your life, to get outside and break a sweat, use your body, and enjoy nature, enjoy Mother Nature, and watching the cycles, the seasonal cycles of life and all that is rewarding.
The Mean Green Fling is put on by Student Activities every year to expose incoming freshmen and new transfer students, everyone on campus, about what UNT has to offer as far as getting involved. So student organizations are invited. There's over 300 organizations. We also invite vendors from around Denton, so like Jimmy John's was a big sponsor of ours today. A lot of food vendors, and we just want to expose students to come out, have fun, get some free stuff, and get involved on campus. Statistics have shown that getting involved on campus, no matter which way or form, such as joining an organization or even attending an event at UNT, it really keeps them, it keeps them involved, and they also get really good grades. So it's shown that getting involved keeps you being a good student. So.
Bottoms up, throw your hands up. Bottoms up, go on, Nikki.
The UBC this year, one of our biggest things is our concert. We're bringing Andy Grammer. He's been on the radio. He sings that song, Fine by Me. So he's coming October 10th at 7 p.m. here at the Library Mall. So we're really excited. We're hoping for it to be a big concert.